Good morning, everyone. It is 6:30 a.m., 72 degrees in the garage. On the menu today, we're hitting legs. It is meso cycle 1, week 2, workout 3. So because it's the second week, we're taking all sets two reps in reserve. We're going to try to either add weight and match reps from last week or add reps to each exercise. First up, we have belt squats. Then we're gonna hit some lunges with the weighted vest. Finish off with some good mornings and calf raises. Excited about this one because legs have been progressing quickly. So let's warm up and get into it. Belt squats first. All right, we're warmed up. About to get into the first working set. We got 105 pounds loaded up on belt squats. Shooting for 15 today with 2 reps in reserve. We'll see how it feels. We've been able to add weight to this move almost every single time. So if 15 feels like it's not going to be a challenge to have 2 reps in reserve, we'll go ahead and add a little bit more weight. But we'll give this a shot first to see how it goes. Eight, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so we got 15. Was it 2 reps in reserve? I can't confidently say that was 2 reps in reserve. I've been getting better about digging deep to find 2 reps in reserve on some of these leg movements as the weight has continued to increase. So what I'm gonna do is bump the weight up again. Let's go ahead and add maybe another 25-pound plate, make it 130, and do a little bit of math in between sets. Try to figure out what a good rep range for that would be, and then try to find 2 reps in reserve on the next set. All right, we bumped the weight up to 130 and gonna shoot for around 10-ish reps with 2 reps in reserve. See if we can get to the point where the movement starts significantly slowing down towards the end of the set. That'll help us decide if this is a good weight to use or not. But trying to get that 10-ish rep range. Okay, very messy set. But I did get a crazy ass pump on my quad. Woo! All right, definitely more of a challenge. Got 13 there, which does let me know that I didn't hit 2 RIR on that first set, not even close, because it's a 25-pound difference, and only got 2 less reps on this one. So this is definitely a better weight. The higher I go on this move, the harder it is to sort of adjust myself to the movement. I have to sit back a little bit more against the weight to prevent it from pulling me forward. So there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve when it comes to that. But besides that, it felt pretty good. So I'm going to stick with this weight, see if we can clean that up on the next set. Try to get another 13-ish. Seven, 6, getting hard. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. All right, so not perfect, but overall better than that first set. Felt really good. Got a crazy pump right now. And I think we have a good weight to sort of gauge where we can go from here. I just need to figure out a way to go heavier on this move, still hit full range of motion. It seems like the heavier the weight goes, the further it drags me forward. So I might just have to bump it up on the rack a little bit to give me that little bit extra range of motion so I can get to the point where my hamstrings touch my calves, fully stretch the quad at the bottom. And I like to think of this move as like a leg extension. So I get my feet really close together, as close as I can to allow me to still have the belt here. And then I like to think about extending my legs. Since I don't have a leg extension machine, this is the closest thing I have to it. And that's what's giving me the best stretch and the best pump. So 130 for 13 on the first set, 13 or 14 on the second. Pretty good. Up next we got lunges. Let's get it. All right, we're doing reverse lunges with 40 pounds on the vest, shooting for 11 each leg, and try to keep it at 2 reps in reserve, so we'll see how this feels. $13. Could have definitely got 15 right there. So, you know, 2 reps in reserve. There's definitely 2 reps in reserve or more in reserve. So not too sure about that. We might need a bump up the weight on the vest, which is good. All right, let's see if we get 13 with the left. Way weaker. Six, 7, 6, 2. That felt like 2 reps in reserve with the left. Right could just be a little bit stronger, so we'll stick with this one for the next set too. All right, gonna see if we can get another 13 each leg. Let's see how it goes.
Epic Bison Bacon Cranberry Bar from epicprovisions.com. I actually had this product for myself. While it's lower in fiber than the other options on the two, this is ideal if you're craving something savory. This is really what this is all about. Grass-fed bison and bacon have a smoky flavor, while the cranberries have a tart. Notice there's nothing about nothing that was supposed to actually travel. Stop. How bad is this? I know we're going to get 7 grams of protein, which is terrible. 8 carbs. So we have more carbs and fats than protein. This is not a protein bar. It's not healthy. This is terrible.
Definitely started slowing down around that last rep, so 13 on the right again. Let's take a second, see if we get 13 with the left.
Crunches are an amazing snack choice for staying active slowly. They're not. Not starting to start slowly, huge, the calories hours later. Amazing. They toss in a hint of dopamine to your brain thanks to the tyrosine, not to eliminate factor in building. For the love of God, bring it out. Charge you're all throughout the day. You know what else keeps working? That's right. In fact, whatever food you eat that you
2. Okay, that was pretty challenging. That's it for glutes today. Just 2 sets. We're gonna move on to some good mornings next. Good morning, everyone. That's the next exercise. We're moving on to good mornings next. 65 pounds still, shooting for 13, 2 reps in reserve. Just cooking low and slow with this one, taking my time and really working on the range of motion. And if I could stay at the same weight and get around the same reps, or just add a little bit of reps here and there, but get a slightly better range of motion, you know, I consider that progress as far as this movement goes. So let's get it. That's 8. I think I got 15 right there. All right. Not really enough weight for me to accurately find like failure, you know, like what's 0 RIR. But we definitely added reps from the last session to this session already, and it feels good. So I'm just gonna stick with this weight because the stretch feels better than it did last time. I've actually been getting pretty decent hamstring soreness between doing good mornings and RDLs on my second leg day. So, not gonna change too much. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we're just gonna stick with it. I can tell you right now, my hamstring's gonna be sore. It's crazy. One set, 65 pounds to 15. Feeling it already. Oh man. Man. All right, calling it a bet. Legs are just shaking. Low and slow, baby. I'm just gonna keep cooking with this move just like that. Keep it at 2 sets today. Towards the beginning of the week, I like to err on the side of caution and do the bare minimum to make sure that I'm making progress. The exercises towards the end of the week and the workouts towards the end of the week are the ones that I'm more likely to do drop sets or add sets because I have that day of rest on Sunday. Meaning if I go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, push, pull, lower. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, push, pull, lower. That second half of the week, it's easier to add reps because I know I'm gonna get 1 extra day to recover before the next week of the meso begins. But for today, that's good. We're gonna do some calf raises, weighted calf raises next. Finish off today. All right, we got 3 sets of calf raises coming up. 55 pounds loaded up, plus body weight, 250 total. Going for 18, 16. Last set is whatever I can get with 2 reps in reserve. Let's go.
Whether you scrambled and you got up, or whether you made it to the end around the referee, trying up because the horn went off, you will now be different. I think it is one of John's best positions, but John is so good, even when his best position doesn't work, everything else still does, right? I told you to acknowledge that, but I know his takedowns are position, and I know that position, and of course, he would know the same thing, and there is some reason that he wants to be paid to believe he's going to take it down.
All right, that's a wrap for leg day. I did 3 sets of calf raises, got 18, 16, and 16. So hit all my targets and added a set this week. All in all, this workout was a pretty big success. We were able to bump up the weight that we're using for belt squats by 25 pounds, which is a huge jump, and was still manageable because I'm falling in that 10 to 15 rep range where I want to be still. Don't really want to go above 15 reps for any leg movements. I feel like 8 to 12 is really the sweet spot, erring more towards the side of like 12. So 12 to 15 is great. We're right there with the belt squats, even though we added 25 pounds. So big win right there. Lunges, kept the same weight from last week, had a target of 11 per leg per set, got 13. So another pretty significant increase as far as reps go. Same thing with the good mornings, stuck with the same weight, got a couple extra reps. So we're progressing with the legs. The legs have a lot of room to grow. That's literally and metaphorically. They have a lot of room to grow. So it's good to see that we're on the right track and we are adding reps, we are adding weight every single workout. Volume felt pretty good for today, kind of in between, but there's no need to rush things. This is only week 2. We'll get to a time later on in the meso where we'll be able to start adding drop sets and really pushing ourselves much closer to failure and even to failure or beyond. But no need to get ahead of ourselves. Training's going great. So really excited to see what the last week looks like. But for the time being, we're just gonna have to stick to what we're doing, stick to the script, and things are working. So there's no need to get ahead of ourselves. Well, I'm gonna rest up, recover, get a gram of protein per body weight pound today, and be back tomorrow to hit another chest and triceps day. Second session of chest and triceps for this week is coming up tomorrow. We got flat dumbbell press and some other moves. I gotta go check my books, but some other shit. And then either way, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully my triceps heal up in time because they're really sore from those overhead rope extensions I did a couple days back. But they should heal just in time for us to hit it hard again tomorrow. Keep growing. All right, guys, tune in. I'll see you then.